What's up? No cap, just raw. What's up, y'all? Or in the good humor of Martin Lawrence. What's up? That'll never get old to me. But I'm so glad to be back. Another week, another episode, y'all. And today we're talking about a topic entitled Have at It. Literally, y'all, this topic dropped in my spirit. If I could be honest, it dropped in my spirit about 5 minutes ago. And I laugh not because, I laugh because I think that the Ruach is incredible, how he speaks. And when you make him your friend, how rapid and swiftly the Most High moves and speaks and reveals when you make him the bestie. And the Ruach is my helper. He is my bestie. He reveals all things to me. He makes all things clear to me. And it'll never get old, ever. But what we're talking about today is really a part 2 of last week's topic of you better recognize. So this week it's really have at it is really to say like, wow, I am finally living out answered prayers. I am finally living out the life that I dreamed about. And it's like, okay, so enjoy it. Enjoy every single day. And I know it's like, what do you mean enjoy every single day? So I'm going to share with you 3 tips that will pretty much show you or give you a clear picture of what I mean when I say have at it. First point I want to make is that be present. Yesterday is the past, today is the present. It is a gift. Each day you have is a gift. You're in this tent. Be present in this very moment. If you're sitting down and you're listening to this right now, be present in this moment as you're listening to this and take it all in. Soak it up like a sponge. Because I'm telling you right now that the moments that you have, even this moment, you can't have it again. So it's like, why not enjoy it? And the more I live, the more I realize how each day is a gift. And I know it may sound cliche, like each day is a gift. Yes, it's a present. That's why it's called the present. It's a present that you have because guess what? Here's another cliche for you. Somebody didn't see today. Someone did not wake up and see another day. Someone didn't make it out of yesterday. And it's like when I think about that, it's chilling, but it's also like, wow, the gratitude that I could only express from the abundance of my heart that I'm still here. I am no better than anyone who did not make it out of yesterday because some days and some nights I feel like I won't make it out of my day. Literally, I feel that way. But it's to say that tomorrow's not promised. Even the Bible tells us that do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring, right? And this is something that you need to constantly have in the back of your mind, not because, oh my gosh, I'm going to die one day, let me enjoy each day. No, but it builds in an attitude of gratitude. And that's actually my next point. But let's just focus on being present in the moment. I really just kind of want to read this verse for you because I never want to tell you something and not allow you to know where is this coming from, right? And so as you are being present in the moment, I know that a lot of times we subconsciously come into a moment and we have all these thoughts that bombard our minds. I know for me, that used to be the case. I would be in the moment, but I always had bombarding thoughts in my mind. And it was frustrating because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to stop thinking these thoughts. My mind was truly the battlefield. But the verse I was talking about is Proverbs 27, verse 1. It says, "Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring." So you never really know when your time is up. You could be here today and gone tomorrow. And I used to say that, and I said it with fear. And now I say it, and I say it with confidence, because although I don't know when I'm going to take my last breath, I just know that I trust the Most High. And that's all I know. And it's all that I need to know. And it's all that you need to know. All you need to know is that, you know what? I'm grateful. I'm still here. I'm grateful, and I'm going to enjoy this moment. And not every single day is going to be a day that you expect to have, but you can have joy and you can have peace. And that's one thing I've been learning. And being present makes you powerful. It makes you strong. It fills you with joy when you are present, believe it or not. So miserable people are either living in the past or living in the future. And believing when I say I've done both. I've lived in the past, in the present moment, and I've lived in the future, in the present moment. And it is absolutely miserable. I'm literally losing time, spending time, thinking about a time that has not either, that has passed or has not come yet. And it just doesn't make sense. And I want you to think about that for a minute. Spending time thinking of a time that has either passed or has not come yet. And it's absolutely ridiculous. Just don't do it, because you're going to be absolutely miserable. So I've learned to live in the power that I have. And we all have a power that we don't tap into. But the power and the strength that's bestowed upon you each day is for that day. It's not for tomorrow, and it's not for yesterday. It's for this moment, right here, right now. And once you start thinking like that, you will be strong. And when things happen in the moment that you're like, ugh, I just don't like this. I had a moment like that today. I had to wait. And I was just talking to the Ruach in my spirit. And I was like, should I just leave? Because I'm just kind of over this. And he's like, nope, I want you to wait. I said, okay. So I waited, and this was an appointment that I had set up. And ironically, I got to the appointment and I had no proof, evidently, that I had an appointment. I was like, what is going on, Most High? Like, I know I set this appointment, not knowing that he had a divine appointment for me with this whole situation. He wanted to show me his kindness. He wanted to show me, and by he, I mean the Most High. So here's what I believe. He didn't tell me this, but I believe that he purposefully did not allow me to find the confirmation of my appointment just to show me his glory. And he showed me his glory. And y'all, I went to this appointment where it should have cost me $150, and I left that appointment accomplishing what I went there to accomplish and not paying a single dime. And on my way home, all I kept thinking was, oh my goodness, you did that. Like you ate Rock, you ate for real, because I went to this appointment and there was a line all the way down on the side of the building with all these people, and I literally skipped the whole line. Literally, like it's mind-boggling. It really is. And so when I see things like that happen in my day, I'm like, I need to be present. And crazy thing is, there have been moments like that I had in the past, but I didn't see it like that because I wasn't living in the present. I was thinking about something I had no business thinking about, or I was living in the past, or I was living in the future. I was like, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. And I just stopped doing that. I stopped wishy-washy wish. There ain't a wish in the well that could wish a boy well. Lecrae said that in his song, and I thought that was clever. I always wanted to say it, but it's true. There's no wish in the well that could wish you well. So I don't wish anymore. I just live in the abundance overflow that I have. John 10:10 says it. The devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But the Most High came that you may have life, and life more abundantly. So enjoy the abundance. It's already there. That's what he shed his blood on Calvary so you can have that abundance. He shed his blood on Calvary so you can be filled with the fruit of the Spirit. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. So why are we not enjoying it? It's a choice. And I've made my choice. And I want to encourage you to make the choice. Can't force you. It's not. And if you are one that may say, well, I listen, I hear you, princess, but my mind right now is not in a good place, and I promise you I understand where you're coming from, because my mind wasn't in a good place. You are listening to someone and watching somebody who was suicidal. I was suicidal. I didn't want to live. I was battling in my mind. I thought I'd go crazy. I thought I was going crazy. I felt like I was going crazy, and guess what? The Most High healed me from the inside out. I'm a completely different person. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I don't even recognize myself. I'm like, oh my goodness. You did this. You ate, Ruach. You ate with me, for real, for real. And you ain't even done yet. I haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more you're going to do in me. And all I have to do is obey. And so my second point is gratitude. Be grateful. Be grateful when? Every day, all the time. Because optimism is looked down upon in this society, like big time. Oh, she's always so happy go lucky. And optimism is a blessing. It's an abundance. It's like, why not be optimistic? Why not look on the bright side of things? Why does it have to be negative? Why not create a belief system which aligns with the word? Create a belief system. Let me not say create. Come in alignment with the system where negativity does not exist. In the Bible, there is no negativity. I know there are stories, horrific stories that you've read in the Bible and you're like, that's horrible. But to the one who lived it and trusted in the Most High, it wasn't horrible to them. When Stephen got stoned to death because of his faith, you may say that, I used to say that's a horrible way to die, but they say when he was being stoned to death, all he could see was the glory of heaven opening up before him as they were throwing stones at him. Like, what the heck? Like, who thinks like that while they're dying? One who's in alignment with the word of the Most High does. And so I've gone through things, I've had things done to me, and people come up to me and like, are you just gonna let her do that to you? And I'm like, yeah, like, I'm not going to sit here and give her the energy that she wants me to give her, because I'm not wrestling against flesh and blood. So I'm not going to fight her, because I know what's in her is that spirit that's trying to come after me and get a response out of me. So why would I be stupid enough to succumb to that? Why would I stoop that low? And people don't get my response sometimes to conflict, strife, confusion, or just situations where the moment is so tense and so thick you could cut it with a knife. But me, I don't engage in it. I just keep my peace. And you know what? It feels amazing. Doesn't it feel good to just ignore crap? You just ignore all the BS around you, all the negativity. It just feels so riveting. Like, you feel so alive. Like, oh my gosh, I feel so good. And so the best way I can express this topic we're talking about, because I've already given you the first point and the second point, be present, be grateful. That's easy. You can be grateful every single day. There is always something to be grateful for. But to sum this up for you, I think about Solomon. Now, for those of you who don't know, Solomon is David's bastard son, right? He's the quote unquote bastard son because he was born from some woman that David saw bathing and thought she was beautiful, and out of the act of lust, I guess you can say, because that's really what it is, saw her, thought she was beautiful, slept with her, killed her husband, got her pregnant. First baby died. Second baby, the Most High had mercy on David because he loved David tremendously. Second baby was born, and the second baby happened to be Solomon. And guess what? The bastard child became the next heir to the throne. And he was the most incredible heir to the throne. Not the ending part of his life, but he did incredible things. He was the wisest man and the wealthiest man to walk the face of the earth. Read the Bible yourself. Go look at the facts. Right? And I'll give you the passages because I really think you should read. It's powerful. Solomon's life is powerful. But why am I bringing up Solomon? So I'm bringing up Solomon because Solomon is really the sum total of what I'm trying to tell you. So David did a lot of fighting when he was coming into the kingship, right? When he was anointed king, Saul was already the king, but Saul was a corrupt king. And so the Most High saw that and he's like, nah, we chose him because the people, the Hebrew people, they wanted a king and they didn't know they already had a king. The Most High was their king, but they didn't recognize him as their king. So they're like, no, we want a king we can see, touch, feel, talk to. He's like, fine, have your way. So he gave them the king. First king was Saul. And when Saul was king, he was corrupt because he was disobedient. He didn't listen to the Most High. So the Most High was like, all right, Samuel, get your flask of oil. Time to go anoint another king. And he anointed David. And so David was one of those people that you would least expect that could be a king, but he was handpicked by the Most High. So he was anointed king, but guess what? He wasn't king immediately. He served in Saul's army, slayed a giant. Saul was jealous of him, tried to kill him multiple times. So he spent numerous of years fighting. It was tedious, but he was powerful. He was a mighty warrior. He was abundantly favored by the Most High, and he did incredible things. And when you read his life, you realize, wow, this man is incredible. He inspires me so very much. Like, you have no idea. But David, I want you to look at David as a representation of what your life used to be. You are so used to fighting all the time, protecting yourself from toxic people and getting out of this circle and going into another circle and trying to figure out where you fit. And God made a promise and then you don't see the promise and you feel like you're doing everything he told you to do, but nothing's happening yet. And why is it that I feel like I'm always fighting and fighting and fighting? I'm always fighting. I'm fighting in school to get my degree. I'm fighting with college professors. I'm fighting with my high school teachers. I'm fighting with mean people. I'm fighting with people who want to tear me down. I'm in church, but I'm fighting with people who don't want me in the church, and I'm supposed to be part of the choir, but for some reason the worship leader doesn't want me in the choir. So it's like all this fighting, and everywhere in every environment you go. And I know for me, that's how I felt. I felt like I was David for a long time, just fighting, 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 and waiting for the Most High to fulfill the promise that he had upon my life. And finally, when the promise came, the promise, and I want you to look at Solomon now as the promise that he has for you, the life that he always envisioned for you to live: wealthy, healthy, wise, and just beyond abundance. Like, Solomon had the abundance of the abundance. Like, it's ridiculous how abundant he was. He had so much wisdom. And why was his life so abundant? Because when he rose to the kingship, he made a request to the Most High. He told the Most High, the Most High said, hey, listen, come here. I know you're David's son, and I want you to know that you can ask me for anything you want. Anything. Just just tell me what you want. Went to sleep that night, had a dream, and in the dream he told the Most High that he wanted wisdom so he could be a good king. And it was like, what? If you read that and the Most High told you you could ask him for anything, and you go to sleep and you having a conversation with the Most High, what would you ask him for? Somebody would probably ask for $1,000,000. He did say anything, so I guess he will do it if you ask for it. But nah, this guy asked for wisdom, and that is the smartest thing you could ever ask for. That's the wisest thing. Having wisdom is the key to life. So he asked for wisdom. And guess what? The Most High said, because you didn't ask me for money, the death of your enemies, you didn't ask me for nothing. You asked me for wisdom. He said, I'm going to give you wisdom. But in addition, I'm going to give you wealth. I'm going to give you fame. I'm going to give you power. I'm going to give you anointing. And he was a great king. Oh, man. There is countless of stories of how he presided over so many situations, how he ruled. Like when the two women who had the baby and nobody knew who rolled over whose son, and son died, and both women were fighting over the baby, and he took the sword. Like, you got to go read this stuff, y'all. Like study. It's so rich and delicious, these stories, and it's so inspiring. But the point is that you are in your Solomon season. Yes. I don't know who I'm talking to. But if you're listening to this, that's my third and final point for you. I want to tell you that the fighting is over with. There is no more fighting. There's nothing to fight for. You are covered. You have a hedge of protection around you. You are walking in your purpose like 100%. The enemy is piping mad, and that is great. You're in the right place. I'd rather be the enemy be mad than me be in disobedience with the Most High. The Most High is proud of you. Keep on going. You're soaring. You're an eagle in the sky right now. You're flying so high. And everyone who doubted you and everyone who said, her, him, are you kidding me? They are eating their words. You're eating right now. You eating over their heads because the Most High is unveiling you in ways he's never unveiled you before. And he's preparing a table before you in the presence of your enemies. I'm going to let that simmer for a little bit. I'm about to close out right here, but you have a table before you. You have oil running down your face, that your temple. Like you are saturated in this oil of anointing upon your life, and nothing, I repeat, nothing can touch you. Solomon, for a minute there, he seemed invincible. He was invincible. It almost was like, what? How? Wait, I don't understand. Like, are you kidding me? I ain't kidding you. I'm serious. So, yes, y'all. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I am telling you right now that you are something else. You are in your season of anointing, of favor, and that's just how it's going to be until you take your last breath. I declare it and I decree it, and I just feel to tell you that, because sometimes when we receive the very thing that we receive, we're afraid that we're going to lose it at some point. Oh, I'm going to get older and it's going to dwindle. It'll never dwindle. As long as you are obedient, you obey, you follow the principles, and you live in the truth, you will always because let me tell you, when the Most High makes a promise and he fulfills that promise, does he speak and not act? Does he promise and not fulfill? He doesn't take it back. He's not going to take it back. But do what you're supposed to do. Don't look at that and take that for granted. Read your word. Worship. Do what he told you to do. Live in your purpose. Put your gifts to work. I'm putting all my gifts to work. You have no idea. Like, I don't just do No Cap Just Raw podcast. I have the Path of Purity podcast. I have Lamb and Chain Prayer Line podcast. And I got another podcast coming up. You think I'm doing this because I want to? No, I'm doing this because that's what the Most High told me to do. And I was like, what? You want me to have this podcast and that podcast? And I'm not even like well known, Most High. And he's like, yeah, I want you to. I want you to. And I just obey him. Started this podcast 2 years ago. Started the Path of Purity podcast 3 years ago. Had another podcast called the Anointed Purity podcast. I started doing cooking now. And it's a gift. And I don't laugh because it's funny, but I laugh because the gifts, you don't know what gifts you have in you. But when you are obedient, he'll bring them out of you. So I started cooking with Princess. And then I have my fitness page, and then I have my fashion has always been a part of who I am. I have Fashion Fab Princess, and then I got my main page, Princess Olympia. Y'all need to go follow me and check out what I do. And I got my businesses, as I'm an entrepreneur. I have an empire, y'all. I have a Valued Girl, which was birthed from this podcast. That's the new project that's going to be unveiled real soon. Not yet, it's coming soon. Stay tuned. I have Purity Biz Solutions. That's another business that I started. I have Cupcake Princess. Yes, I have a bakery. I told you I'm an entrepreneur. I have a lot of things I do. I bake, I cook. I have my music page. I got an album I'm working on, Princess Olympia Music. Y'all need to go check out my page and you can follow what I do and see what I do. And one may think I'm crazy. So you cook, you have a business, businesses, let's make that plural. You bake, you are a fashion icon, you sing, you act. Yes, when I get on TikTok, I act, and I don't act a fool. I mean, I do some real acting. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. But the whole point, I'm exposing all this and I'm sharing all this because that's not something I really talk about a lot. And I don't really know why I don't really talk about the things that I do. I just feel like I'm a person of action and character. I don't like talking. I like walking. I like action. I let my actions speak for me. So if there's something I do and you don't know about it, that's on you. I know I do it. If you don't know, then clearly you're not following my pages. So check me out on the gram at Princess Olympia, and you will find all my businesses and all the things that I do in my following. Go to my followers or following list and look at all of the empires that I'm building right now. Yes, I said empires, multi-billion-dollar empires that I've been building from the ground up for many years now. You may be like, "Wow, I didn't know you do that." I do that. And I love everything that I do. And it's hard work. And I love the work because it is the work of the Most High. And I don't want to stop doing it. I want to do it until the day I take my last breath. And I want to leave this legacy of everything I'm doing because I'm here to imprint on the world. That is the glory of the Most High. That is to the glory of the Most High. Everything I do is to His glory. All glory to the Most High with every gift that I have. And I want to close out here because I want to let somebody know that you have gifts in you. And I know that's not what we're talking about, but I want you to know that as you have at it, you don't want to be stuck on a 9 to 5. You don't want to be stuck in something that you're not called to. You want to be in the place you are called to be in. And sometimes the place we're called to be in is going to take a great deal of faith. Faith just as small as a mustard seed, and it can grow from there. I had faith as small as a mustard seed with the path that I'm living right now. I had a 9 to 5 for a brief moment. And then the Most High told me, walk away from this. Well, like, what are you doing? I didn't call you to this. You know what I've called you to. You didn't hear the prophecies? Your mother's prayers are over you. Your father's prayers are over you. The prophecies that were spoken over your life. It's time to walk in. And I said, me? And I was doing it already, but then I thought, on the side, I gotta pay my bills. I couldn't pay my bills, and for a long time I couldn't. And that wasn't his fault. It really wasn't. And so every job I got so I could pay my bills and support myself, it just didn't work. And I'm finally in a place where it works now. And no, it's not a 9 to 5. It's the empire that he's given me that I'm putting it all to work. I'm putting my gifts to work, and it's working. He is supplying all my needs. There was truly a demand, and he was truly the supply. So have at it. I don't know who this is for, but I'm here to tell you, have at it. Be present, be grateful, and know you are in your Solomon season. There is an abundant overflow that is breaking off of your life like 100%. It's in full on effect right now. And I want to tell you to enjoy it because it's not going anywhere, but be obedient. So thank you guys so much for rocking with me on this episode. I don't know who needed to hear this. I know I did need to hear it. I needed the reminder, and it felt good to be reminded that I am important and that I am giving the Most High glory with my life because I am obedient to Him and I'm walking in my full-on purpose. So thank y'all so much again. Follow us on the gram at NoCapJustRaw. We are on TikTok. Give this channel a subscribe so I could keep doing this, Lord. Y'all, it's not encouraging with just 2-3 subscribers, 2-3 views. No, we need the views. Share this with somebody. Give this video a like, a comment, a share, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, put your post notifications on, hit that bell button so you can keep up with me every single Wednesday. I love y'all so very much. Most importantly, the Most High loves you. And I'll see you guys on the next episode of No Cap, Just Rock. I never get tired of saying it.